dear Gemini. This is their most likely action and the evolution of your relationship. And this is what they would want to happen. And here we see this pristine, fresh, clear energy of wanting to fix one's problem again. 6 of Swords. It's, yeah, of course, we can do it like that, or we can do it like this, like a humbleness and ideas, being open to ideas. And the 3 of Wands with the Ace of Wands and the Hermit. Well, they can't be too far away from figuring this out and realizing that they don't need to be perfect. And that, you know, they could be, you know, more open to negotiation and admitting to flaws. And, you know, without that, oh, you were wrong too. It's something ominous about that. As if the person, like, they are not really there. They're just fighting this idea of that they could ever be wrong. Okay. The most likely action, Knight of Swords. I'm getting a little bit suspicious with the 6 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Because it can show a person that's a little bit... you know, they are so leaning on their brilliant mind that they themselves equal themselves with being brilliant. So I'm smarter than you, holier than you. I see things clearer from a higher altitude than you. I'm a little bit more evolved. I'm a little bit better human. I'm a little bit better on everything, actually. So I'm a little bit suspicious with that. It's actually Gemini energy, but and all my readings are usually the shadow of a sign, but it's also what you will see with the other person on the outside. The shadow doesn't mean that you are like this. It might mean that this is a trait that you need to develop, that you need to become a little bit more egocentric if you are too humble, for example. This is their intentions, and we have this beautiful 10 of Pentacles. So again, in the foundation, this is a nice person. They want, you know, normal, nice things that normal, nice people want. Closeness, love, safety together, having each other's backs, building on our futures, like nice things, building up, not tearing down. And this is their love for you, their feelings. And we have the 4 of Wands, so they want you to be together and to work things out for a foreseeable future. Like, as far as they can look, they want to be together with you. This is building your bonds together, having an apartment or a home together, buying furniture, planning holidays, engaging, marrying. Both these cards are engagement and marriage as well. So they have that as a goal, or they cherish the foundation that you have already built. This is how they view you. You're obviously the one to blame. This is again Gemini energy, but it's in the position where someone blames themselves for everything that went wrong and think that everyone else is right because, and that person said this and I need to, you know, follow that rule, but the other person, they said that, and it's a little bit contradictory to the first rule, but I'm going to try to follow that as well. And this person said this and that person, you know, it drives us crazy when we try to fulfill everyone else's point of view, or how they want you to look, or how they want you to behave, or what they think is a mistake or a positive trait or not a positive trait. So it can really drive one crazy. But what I'm getting initially is that they blame you, and maybe it's like an open target, particularly if you blame yourself as well. If it's easier for you, instead of going into conflict and saying no, hell no, this is me, I'm not going to budge, it's maybe easier for you to be humble and say, oh, it was really not your fault, I were to blame too, I did this, I did that, because you so much want the other person to be nice and, you know, play by the rules and play nice with you. So you might be a little bit scared of conflict, and you let them get away with blaming you for stuff. And this is how they view the relationship. 9 of Swords. I definitely feel like this needs a little bit clarification. So I'll actually start with their intentions there. The 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, gain. 9, 10 of Pentacles. It seems like they're a little bit focused on me, myself, and I when it comes to your relationship. So their intention is to make it good together with you, so it becomes good for them. So they don't have this little bit more altruistic view of your relationship, that they love you for you. They want to be with you because you give them things or make them feel good, or it's good for them. Their love for you, Mother of Water. So they have really warm, genuine feelings for you. They probably feel that certain, surge just looking at you. It's making them happy and a little bit nervous. So they are very much in love with you, but it's a little bit a teenager's way to love, like how I need you, not how can I make your life better. It's how I need you, or what you can do for me. Clarify how they view you. 10 of Wands, oppression. I think they blame you, and in the same time they're a little bit scared of you. Are you possibly a person that keeps your strength hidden and let other people step all over you to, you give this to another person to make the situation become as, as good as you can help it? This is connected to the Strength card, often depicting a lion, and here we have a panther. So I'm definitely feeling some constricted strength here. Blindfolded, tied, prison bars. I think they are a little bit scared of you because they know that you are holding back your strength, that you could, you probably have a great list of things that you are blaming them for, but you're keeping yourself too good for actually blaming them or saying these things. Clarify the 9 of Swords, how they see your relationship. Daughter of Air. It's possible that you have changed lately and started to, started to tell how you actually see things, that you actually see them doing something wrong now and then too, and maybe letting them taking a little bit more responsibility for their action. Daughter of Air is often someone that goes back to their childhood, see how they have been mistreated, and they take new decisions for how they will let other people behave towards them. And so I think that you have recently, or like these last years, you have started to become a person that also let other people take the responsibility. You're not just taking it on your own to avoid conflict. And this might have caused the split between you, the Tower, because when you weren't allowing the whole relationship to be built on your back, that it actually needs to be built on both people's genuine, efforts. You asked more from them, but you also gave up more control. You gave up a little bit of the control over the relationship, because when you did everything to make this relationship work, you had more control over it. But now it's like as if you're accepting that the relationship might be built on flawed foundations, and therefore you are scrutinizing the relationship and possibly dictating new rules for this relationship. And this is, of course, worrisome for this other person that might be used to you taking the blame or saying, you don't have to be so ashamed of that. I actually did something stupid too. I did this, and it's probably the same in comparison. I think you often have let them off the hook to make them feel good, and to help them avoid taking responsibility, so they wouldn't be too pressured in the relationship. This is what they would want to have happen. Queen of Pentacles. So they want you, but they don't want this darn daughter of air that's making revolution. They want the person that took responsibility and was like a mother to them in many ways, or a big sister that even if the little brother was the one stealing the cookies and crashing the jar, when the parents come home, we say we were supposed to give our brother one cookie, but we dropped the jar and it broke in a million pieces. And now we actually owe little brother a cookie as well. So not only did he steal the cookies and crash the jar, he gets an extra cookie from you. That's what I'm getting from this Queen of Pentacles. And this is how he wants things, like, or she. It can be a she as well. This is how they want things. They want you to do those kind of loving actions for them, but it's not holding them accountable, and it's not making them become a grown-up responsible person. And that's why we still also see a little bit too much I in this person, like me. I am the important one. I'm the one supposed to be pampered, taken care of, let off the hook. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Air. So this is their goal, like this is their agenda, this is what they want. And they might verbalize this even, that you were nicer in the past, or what happened to you, I can't recognize you anymore. Okay. But they have a good spirit, that's the reason why you took the blame and even gave them an extra cookie, because you loved them and you saw their beautiful soul. But unfortunately you spoiled them, to no recognition. So now they are this spoiled, a little bit narcissistic person. I'm not saying that it's all your fault. I'm a little bit making a joke here, but you didn't help either with their little bit spoiled attitude here. It's possible that they needed it. Let's say that they were a person that was innocent and beautiful, but didn't get enough love throughout their life. So you needed to build them up like this. But maybe now it's time eventually to take them down, and to, they need to learn to an equal give and take. Okay. Here we have the King of Pentacles over the Queen of Pentacles. This shows a couple that this person feels like you should be together. It's much just emphasizing the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, so on and so forth. It just shows that this person is aimed towards, like, you are supposed to be together. You are supposed to still be, a thing. If you're friends, you're supposed to continue being friends. If you're family, they want you in their life. If you're a partner, they want to have a future with you, married, children, things like this possible. King of Wands. Ooh, Emperor. Clarifying. King of Pentacles. Son of Water. So this is their dreams of the Mother of Water. To have that beautiful sensation where you love them so much and they feel like they have their face towards the sun when they are met by this love. Clarify the King of Wands, Nine of Cups, Joy. So what I'm feeling initially with seeing all this, I'm feeling like they're putting up, it's a chess game, and they're putting up like their, requirements, what they want, their boundaries, their request. So this is how I want the relationship, is what I'm saying. Clarify the Emperor, Father of Water, and then they will be your partner. It's almost as if they feel as if they are giving themselves to you as a beautiful gift, but for you to have it, you need to fulfill their desires. So it's very unbalanced in a way. It's almost as we are a teenager couple, where one in the couple is making a lot of effort with their looks and, with their general appearance, with their behavior and their attitude. And the other one can be, sloppy, dirty, doesn't even have to have really good hygiene, might smoke and wash their hair with a little bit of this like time in between. So it's like one is sucking up to the other, and this, I feel this is the person that is being in control, and you are the one sucking up to them, and they are thinking that you are going to continue doing this because you want them so much. Seven of Cups and High Priestess. So that's not going to happen. This is the most likely action. This is the evolution. And it says you are not going to agree to this because you are not that little person anymore that, you know, with this big flashing eyelids that, you know, putting on like buying new clothes for every date, or, you know, giving that little extra, sending present, whatever it is that you do, where you always show your good intentions. And this person is like, for them, it's like a candy bag, and they want to pick your good intentions and say, yeah, that behavior you can continue, and you can continue that behavior and that behavior. But I don't want this behavior where you're, you know, trying to rebel against me. You need to stop that if you want to be with me. You know, so they're a little bit full of themselves. Not entirely their fault, you know, altogether, because you have put them in this position by taming your own strength and putting them on a little bit of pedestal. Clarify the Seven of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. It's this card. This will, you know, turn to real wealth. It's going to make this person very insecure and very conflicted and scared even. But with you coming with these new terms and turning upside down your whole relationship, it will, you know, it will really freak them out and make them very confused. But in the end, it's a shorter road to true happiness between you two than the road that you were previously on, which was never going to give an equal balanced relationship that were resilient and able to move into the future. Clarify the High Priestess. 5 of Swords, defeat. I think you are the spider here, and they are the little victim there. So you're not going to agree to their idea of the future. You have your absolute own idea of the future, and they will not know what hit them, is what I'm feeling there. So an advice for my Geminis dealing with this King Emperor, Camel Boy, and in the reversed. So it shows that this person needs a lot of guidance, and like they might feel full of themselves and they are the one that's always right and all this, but it's not correct, of course. They're a little bit delusional because they have you have not let them see the reality by buying them off or getting them off the hook again and again. Even when they did stuff towards you, you made excuses for them. So that they are not really grown up and not know reality is not entirely their fault. Yeah, this is when the Camel Boy comes, he reminds you that you need help and bring the right people to ease the burden of your life. This is what the person have done until now, you know, making other people ease the burden of their life. Perhaps a wise person gives you advice. Maybe you're moving and suddenly a couple of friends offer to give you a hand with your packing. This is the kind of stuff that you have done for this person. But now it's a change because this is in the reversed. And nothing can happen right now to move you forward in your inquiry more quickly. This is a time to chop wood and carry water. Attend to your home, wash your car, declutter your clothes. For me, this is about this person needs to learn to help themselves. You are not going to let them off the hook. Maybe other people will let them off the hook, but you will say that you did this thing and you need to take responsibility for this thing. And that's going to be healthy for our relationship when you do, because then we are too grown up in this relationship instead of me taking responsibility for my mistakes and your mistakes, and you not being responsible for either your own mistakes or my mistakes. So we need to fix this, and you need to try to let them. And, you know, you need to let go of control, but you also need to be the guiding hand a little bit for this person. If you love them, if you don't care for them, maybe that's a sign from the divine to just forget about them and let them go. But if you have the possibility and you are still, love this person, shares this person, it's time to slowly wake them up to reality, to see when you are enabling them, and slowly stop doing that naturally, gradually. It doesn't have to be a big shock or a big drama or a big display. It's just you carefully communicating the new rules for this relationship, and say that you're allowed to make mistakes. I can, you don't have the experience for how to live up to more adult responsible standards in the relationship. So if you do mistakes, I can let you know, and you can work on it. But I want to see that you work on it. So you don't have to be dramatic or upset. If you accept that maybe you will have to let this relationship go. When we accept, when we let go, we don't cling on, and we don't go in and try to alter or fix or change. It's when you try to go in and alter and fix and change, you become almost like a codependent to their where they lack experience and responsibility. So you go in and swoop in and save the day. Don't do that. If they let it crash and burn, then they let it crash and burn. You need to be able to accept that. That's how they have been able to held you in captivity like this, to threaten with that they are not going to help to fix it. And I'm seeing that they have readiness to help and fix it, but they are a little bit delusional and think that they have the power to put in, terms for how they are going to be pampered.